We finally made it to the tail of the Dragon. Obviously there's the car right there. It actually took 2 fills to get to where we stayed in like Maryville, and then I had about 60 miles left till E, so I obviously ended up filling up. So it's about 3 times to fill. We got 22 miles per gallon, a new record on a supercharged S650 Mustang, which is pretty dang good for being boosted. 22 miles a gallon on the highway, that's actually really good. We're getting about 350 miles to a tank, which is actually pretty dang good. You just can't top it. I mean, this is my second time to the Dragon with it being supercharged, and still no issues, fingers crossed, knock on wood. We're just kind of looking at the views right now. Looking at the views here. Last time I came before everything bloomed and stuff, and it looks way better now. Mid-June, so everything's fully bloomed and everything, and it looks really nice out here. If you are new to the channel, this is my supercharged S650 2024 Mustang in race red. I'm going to pop the hood here and show you guys, but I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. Like I said, it is supercharged with the Whipple Stage 1 kit, makes about 700-ish wheel. I got Steeda suspension, Ford Performance springs, BMR sway bars, Steeda Stop the Hop kit, just stuff like that, and it performs really, really good. Lighting's not too good over here, but here it is, the Whipple catch can, carbon fiber, everything. It looks phenomenal in my opinion, but this is the car. So if you guys like the content, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're gonna go shred the tail of the Dragon. Unfortunately, I did forget my 360 GoPro camera at home, but is what it is. We'll still get some good footage. I do have another GoPro that I could stick on the side of the window here, so we'll get a little bit of footage, but we're gonna go shred the tail. Successfully did the tail of the Dragon one time. Right now we're on the Chirrahalla Skyway. It was like 90 degrees down by Deals Gap, if you know where that is. That's like the end of the tail of the Dragon. Now we're on the Chirrahalla Skyway, and we're pretty high up. I don't know what the elevation is. Oh, 3550 right now, and it dropped like 20 degrees, letting the car cool down a little bit. It's a little hot. It's not running super hot. The engine oil temp, the estimated temp says 240, but I did add the oil cooler, so it should be lower, and then the trans is like 210, which it should be fine. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. I did notice on like left hand turns, like sharp ones, that something's creaking. I think it's the sway bar end link, since it wasn't really that right. I need to get shorter ones because it's kind of at a bad angle, so it's probably that. But I only super sharp left turns, so there's some bikes coming, I think, or something. But other than that, car performs really good, other than that creaking noise, but that's not a big deal. Back on the tail, final time on the tail as well. So this is the goodbye trip, the goodbye run, I guess I should say. Now that it's the end of the day, the tires are really sticking, these all seasons. You guys are sleeping on all seasons. Like, I'm sure the summers would be really good too, but these all seasons are really putting in work. This is the 4th time on the tail with these same tires. They're really super good. And since it's like 80 degrees out, the trans does get pretty hot. It was about 228 earlier, and then I just threw it back in normal mode and just chilled out on the trans. I say over 220 is where you should start just relaxing, making sure it gets down to at least 210-ish, because you don't want to cook this thing. And track mode is like the best mode. I tried doing the Dragon in sport, way too sensitive of the throttle. Oh, there's a Ferrari, he's just chilling. The sport is just too sensitive. Like after you get out of a turn, like a corner like this, and you in sport, the car just starts screaming because it's so sensitive on the pedal. But in track mode, it's so subtle. And even even though the traction's off, we're still gripping. The traction in track mode, even though it's off, it's phenomenal in these cars, even without the Whipple. And these tires aren't even squealing, I'm surprised. The Dragon's super nice when nobody is in front of you and no one behind you. There's a bunch of bikers. Can really, the whole car's creaking, the sway bars in the front. I think my end links are about to leave the chat. They're creaking on almost every corner, but when normal driving, they're fine. Just when they're under load, heavy load like this, they're creaking. There's a dip here. That is insane. That is so fun. It's addicting. That was 1.04 Gs. That's crazy. I'm sure the camera does not do justice whatsoever. Wish I had the Recaro seats. They would definitely hold you in place way more. Alright. Got our arch nemesis GT350 in front of us. This minivan needs to pull over. This thing. His plate's kind of cool. He has those schools in there, I think. It says Mustang. It's pretty cool. That color, I love the blue with the white stripes. Love it. But this minivan needs to pull over because he's ruining our fun. I'm trying to keep up with the best track Mustang there is, the GT350. So I'm trying to see if all my modifications I've done are worth the money, which so far seems like it's worth it to me, but I want to, oh, he's getting over. We'll see if this guy's about it. It's an old guy. Hopefully he knows how to drive. No shame on the old guys. They know, they know. He's smiling over there. He's probably geeking. The trans is 221 right now. Currently leaving the tail, and we see all of these cars just, I think it's a road rally. They're all taking pictures. I'm not in it, but I just saw it. I think it is a road rally. I think they're all about to go right now. But ZL1s, everything. Crazy. Probably all about to go shred the tail, and I'm leaving. What a disappointment. And we have no gas left. That is it, guys. We are now leaving the tail of the Dragon, unfortunately. Pretty good trip. It's about a 9-hour ride home, so it's about 7:30 now. Should get home at a reasonable time, but had a great time. When I get home, I'll go over a little bit of an overview on everything and how the car performed and all that type of stuff. But yeah, heading out now. See you guys in 9 hours. 9 hours for me, no time for you. It's the next day, and I was just exhausted when I got home after that 9-hour drive. Just went straight to bed for the most part. But today, washed the car, got the car jacked up in the air, found out what that creaking noise was. And yeah, that was my third time at the tail of the Dragon, second time with the Whipple on the car, and it was a good success, no issues, had a blast, always have a blast there. Actually plan on maybe going in the fall when the leaves change colors and stuff like that, but we'll see. That's just how much fun it is. It's a fun, great time, guys. I highly, highly recommend you get out there. Scenery is awesome. It's just a fun time. Good places to eat over there. There's a bunch of stuff to do. It's pretty much a whole day activity or day's activity. They even have like log cabins or cabins you can stay in that's literally on Tail of the Dragon, US 129, that's the road. Just a ton of stuff over there, so I highly recommend you get out there at some point, wherever you are in the US. It's a great, great road. So earlier in the video, that creaking noise I mentioned, I thought it was my front sway bar end links. It's actually nothing to do with the front end. It's actually the passenger rear lower control arm I jacked the car up. I was greasing all the bushings with silicone grease, and then when I greased my lower control arm bushing, I noticed that it was ripped. So it is ripped, unfortunately it is torn. I'll put a picture right here. I wish I saw the tear before I went around and greased every single bushing, because then I would 100% know that that bushing, the lower control arm one that's torn right now, is the culprit, and I wouldn't have to grease all the bushings to see if that would stop the creak. After I greased every single bushing, the noise is actually 98% gone. There's a small little creak, very small and minimal, and you barely even hear it if you have the music at a normal volume. So the grease did help it. Not too worried about that, it is what it is, but we did have a fun time at Tail of the Dragon. If I did go to Tail of the Dragon again, which like I said, I kind of want to go in the fall, but temperatures will be way cooler. The transmission did get pretty dang hot on the Tail of the Dragon. It was like 88, 90 degrees on Tail of the Dragon. Trans got up to 228 degrees, and then I just let it chill out, put it in normal mode, and just did the curves really lightly and normally, nothing crazy. But if you're driving it hard, trans will heat up in track mode. I would recommend track mode for Tail of the Dragon. The sensitivity on the pedal is a lot less, and I tried it in sport mode and the sensitivity is way too much. It just freaking, you'll spin out. But even with the traction control off in track mode, because track mode actually turns it off automatically. And yes, by the way, these are the tires I've used on the Tail of the Dragon 3 times now. Michelin Pilot Sport for all seasons. Yep. All seasons, 275, 35, 20s on the front. And then we take it to the rear here. We have 315, 35, 20s, and they are about to be out. Probably will last the rest of the season for this summer. These tires are phenomenal. I had absolutely no issues with these tires in the rain, colder climates, warmer climates. These things hook with the Whipple supercharger on. Now, not from a dead stop, but from a second gear 40, 35 roll, these things hook in like 70-degree plus temperature, which is pretty crazy to me. All seasons, hooking with 700 wheel horsepower. I mean, Michelin's great tire. Continental DWS 06 Pluses are also really good tires, but I haven't tried those on the Tail of the Dragon or anything like that. Only these tires on the Tail of the Dragon 3 times. And they're really, really good once you get them warmed up and hot. Like the last run on the Tail of the Dragon, when I was actually going out and leaving for the day, the tires did not screech whatsoever. It was like glue on the road. Every corner, it was just like stuck on there. It was like glue. Those tires are really, really good. Couldn't even imagine what Pilot Sport 4S's are on the Tail of the Dragon, because I know that a lot of people use those for the track and stuff. So those are also good tires. I also had the Pilot Sport 4S Summers as well. But yeah, I highly recommend you make it out to Tail of the Dragon at some point in your life. It's a great ride. There's a ton of nice roads, Chirrahua Skyway, Blue Ridge Parkway, Foothills Parkway, a lot of good food, a lot of good places, and the vibe is just really nice. A lot of cars, a lot of motorcycles, great time. So I highly recommend you get out there at some point. Even if you don't have a crazy car, it's still a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button. Peace. See you in the next video.